Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. It's all about making cinnamon rolls today. And these rolls are ooey, they're gooey, and so much better than Cinnabon. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Okay guys, the first step to our homemade cinnamon rolls is taking our 1 cup warm milk. I warmed it in the microwave for probably about 30 seconds. Just until it gets the temperature of like a really warm dishwater. Next, I have 1 package active dry yeast. Just sprinkle that in there. And next, 1 tablespoon sugar. That yeast is gonna love that sugar. That will help it thrive. Just gonna take a fork and just stir it around a little bit. We are gonna let this sit for 5 minutes until it becomes nice and foamy. Okay, to finish our wet mixture, we are going to go ahead and add 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, and I use salted butter. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 large eggs. We are also going to add in ½ a cup of sugar. And we have our pure vanilla extract. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon. You can use imitation vanilla extract, but I recommend using the pure vanilla extract. It just adds such a great vanilla flavor. Okay. Do 1 teaspoon of that. Now we're gonna just stir it all together with a whisk. Just until it comes all together. Okay, and now to start making it into a dough. We have 4 cups bread flour. I recommend bread flour, guys. You can use all-purpose, but bread flour just makes a very fluffy cinnamon roll. Also, there's 1 teaspoon of salt mixed in here as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and pour this in gently. Okay, take a wooden spoon. And we're going to just stir this together until it starts to stick together and starts to form a dough. You can do this in a stand mixer as well. You can use 2 dough hooks. It might be easier. But I figured not everybody has dough hooks, and I just wanted to show you you can do it by hand. Okay, so we have ½ a cup more bread flour. We're gonna add that in. You always wanna add the flour slowly. If you add too much, you can't take it back. But if you add it slowly, you can see what direction you're going with your dough. can start to knead it in the bowl a little bit. When it gets to be a little smoother, we're gonna turn it out on a surface and knead it for 8 minutes. Okay guys, now we're gonna turn it out onto a floured surface and knead it for 8 minutes, just until it starts to get really smooth and elastic. Okay guys, after 8 minutes of kneading, it's nice and smooth and elastic to the touch. If you look at that, that's what you want. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it in a well-oiled bowl. And we're just gonna go ahead and get the top part and the sides nice and oiled. And we're gonna cover this for about an hour to an hour and a half until it's doubled in size. While our dough is rising, we are gonna get the filling ready. So we have 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and we have 1 cup packed dark brown sugar. We're just gonna combine these 2 together. Now some people combine the butter with this as well. I am going to keep our butter separate. It's just easier that way and less messy. So once this is combined, we will go ahead and just set it aside until our dough is ready. Hey guys, now that our dough has risen 1.5 hours, you can see it's doubled in size. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out. And I have this lovely silicone baking mat my husband got me. It's one of the best things ever, especially if you deal with dough a lot. So we are going to go ahead and kind of just gently get the gas out of here and start pressing it into a rectangular shape. And we are going to roll it out into a 24 by 12 rectangular shape, okay? Alright guys, now that it's all rolled out to the right length and it's even in thickness, we're going to go ahead and start with our filling. So we have our 6 tablespoons of butter room temperature. We're just going to take a big nice hunk of that, and we're going to spread it out over the dough. We'll do that evenly. evenly all over. Did you guys know that cinnamon rolls actually, the first cinnamon rolls were made in Sweden? I did not know that, but I think that's pretty cool. They are known as kanelbulle. I probably just butchered that. If anybody is from Sweden and they're watching this, I'm sorry if I just butchered your beautiful language. But their cinnamon rolls there are actually more savory than ours in America. Of course, everything is more sweeter here. Philadelphia style cinnamon rolls actually originated back in the 18th century in America. And I am really glad we have our cinnamon rolls today. Alright, you just want to make sure it's spread nice and evenly over the surface. Now we're going to roll them up nice and tight. To cut it up, I like to go right down the middle and make a line, and then go from there. They're going to be about 2 inches each one. And we're gonna cover these and with a warm towel, and we're gonna let them rise for another 30 minutes. All right, making our frosting, which to me is a very important part. Do not forget your frosting. We have 4 ounces cream cheese softened. Next we have 4 tablespoons of butter softened. Toss that in. We have pure vanilla extract. about 1/4 teaspoon salt. And we're gonna mix this together really well until smooth. Now we're gonna go ahead and we are going to add in our powdered sugar. We're going to sift it in. So we have 1½ cups powdered sugar. You can add more powdered sugar if you want. Me, I don't like an overly sweet frosting. I mean, because everything's sweet. The dough's sweet, the filling's sweet, the frosting is sweet, yes, but not overly sweet. Okay, just sift it in there. Okay, and now we're just gonna stir to combine. You don't want to refrigerate this. You want to make sure that you leave it out at room temperature. If you refrigerate it, it just becomes cold and really hard to work with. So just leave it out at room temperature until the cinnamon rolls are done baking. And when they're done baking, we're just gonna pour it immediately over the cinnamon rolls. So it's been a ½ hour. Guys, don't they look awesome? They rose again. So we're gonna go ahead and bake them for about 20 minutes in the oven until they are done. We're gonna bake them at 350 and we're gonna check them in the center to see if they're done at that time. And if they're not, they might have to bake for a little longer, okay? All right, so they're all done baking after about 22 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and take half of our frosting, just half, and we are going to spread it over these guys. And yes, while they're nice and hot, okay? They literally just came out of the oven, and that is what you want. All of this frosting is gonna melt down in the centers and it's gonna get all yummy and gooey. Oh wow guys, it's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Bye guys.